Alright. So, season's just kicked off. There's been a lot of hype around some young players. Who's going to make a breakthrough? So, the name on everyone's lips. Throughout pre-season, Max Dowman, he made a grand total of 35 minutes appearance against Leeds United yesterday. 15 years old, Arsenal's best kept secret. Where do we stand on Max Dowman? Do we think he's just a young player that started soon and he's just got a bit of spotlight, but he'll fade into obscurity? Is he gonna go in the Lamine Yamal path where he's the main guy at such a young age?
Start with the Arsenal guy.
Yeah, let's go on. You know about Max Dowman.
You know about me, bro. Max Dowman is going all the way to. Obviously, it's hard to say because obviously a footballer has a long career. Aside from injuries, and if he's gonna go all the way to the top.
He's a right wing, isn't it?
Player, man.
He's gonna be one of England's greatest ever players if he doesn't get a bad injury.
That's wild.
You know what?
I'm just talking.
He's the potential to be. He has the potential to be.
I'm just talking about talent alone, because obviously there's a lot of moving parts to a player's careers.
Yeah.
Can I just say something quickly? In a previous video, check it out if it comes out before this one.
Wow.
You got onto him for saying.
Thank you, Terry. That's why I rate you, bro.
You got onto him for saying Esteval could be Ballon d'Or quality.
Yeah, but hold on, do you know what the difference is? One of them's 15 and the other one's
18.
What do you mean?
My point is, it's
we ain't
like
seen his birth certificate.
I'm not disagreeing with what you say, but I just wanna.
Even the playing fields. Even the playing fields.
You're saying the greatest players. Check out that video if it comes after this or before this, whenever we upload this. But
that's a real talk.
Okay, Abs is.
Oh yeah, go on, Abs.
He might be the greatest English talent since Wayne Rooney.
We've only seen 70 minutes of it.
You see how they tried to put it on Phil Foden and Cole Palmer and all of these, man. Max Dowman, bro.
We do this a lot.
I'm
do this a lot.
No,
We
don't add us to
bring
what
them
you
down.
do.
No, I'm talking about the English media, English fans in general.
That's
We bring
what
a
they
player
do.
up,
Yeah.
and then we knock them down.
But Arsenal,
that's the thing, though.
Listen, the last young English player that was playing in a man's game and not looking at a place was Wayne Rooney, and obviously before that, Michael Owen.
Yep.
This kid is
we're
sensational.
talking 15, 16,
Because
17
if you
years
look
old.
at, for
he
example,
looked good. He looked good.
You have to see the clip
if
what
you
he's
look
doing
at
in the
comparison, when Yeri broke into the Arsenal team a number of years back, and he was getting rinsed by some certain wastemans on Talk Sport. But the reason why when Yeri didn't stick around is because he was built like a kid, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He didn't have the physical.
Did he go out? He did it on loan, yeah?
No, he didn't go out on loan,
okay.
but he didn't have the physical attributes in order to play in a man's game. Max Dowman's 15. He literally turned 15 a few months ago.
Can I ask you, man? Just because I know, just from experience following the team that I follow, the loan system works for Chelsea, innit?
We don't do those
And
things.
let me land. But do you think, as a whole, if more clubs loan their players out at the age for them to get more game time and then they come back, would they not come back better players and more improved, more developed?
Listen,
would we not?
No,
So if Max Dowman went on loan, would you be upset?
I'll give you the sort of
Yeah.
the answer that I think. So it works for some teams because like obviously back in the days you'd have like a Harry Kane, you loan him to all over the game.
Well, he's a very good example. Yeah.
But the thing is, nowadays football, from youth level all the way up to the first team, they play a particular way.
They do. Yeah.
They play a system, and they want those players to have that
identity.
Chelsea don't have an identity, bro. It's straight a factory.
Man don't have an identity, bro. Don't
you
do
guys
that.
basically, you're a factory, bro. You buy.
I don't know how this came to. We're talking about youngsters, bro.
He makes.
No, the point I'm making is you guys don't have continuity from say under 10s all the way to the first team. You just got a mishmash.
But then on the flip side, I could turn around and say we've got more academy players in the first team at Chelsea than Arsenal have in their first team.
That's true.
On that same breath.
No,
so if we're going on that logic,
that is true.
Reece James, Colwill, Chalobah. Do you want me to keep going? There's a few more. Hold on. Achemapong. Tyree George. So these players have gone out on loan. No, my point about what I was getting at is these players have gone out on loan and they've come back and they've come into a system.
No, my point is that it works for certain teams. Chelsea, like I said to you, you guys don't do. See how Man City.
I wouldn't necessarily say Arsenal have an identity.
Let me cut in. Sorry. I think what he's trying to say, because Chelsea don't have that specific way of playing football identity. It kind of, historically speaking, it went from manager to manager.
We know historically Arsenal had an identity.
But like, I think because Chelsea haven't got like like Barcelona.
No,
have
I
that,
hear you.
like,
I hear you.
But because Chelsea don't,
The fact that we change managers doesn't help every couple
They
of
can,
years.
but because Chelsea don't,
Yeah.
like they can send their players to different clubs so
To
they can
develop,
learn
to develop, yeah.
Whereas
But they're developing all round for them to
Exactly.
fit into any system.
Exactly.
That's my point.
That's
So
where
it
I
doesn't
think.
matter if the club that is sending them out on loan from, let's say Strasbourg. Let's take Strasbourg, for example, right? We get players, we buy them. Abs, you mentioned one. What's that Brighton player? Forgot his name.
Quenda.
Quenda? Not Quenda, the other one, the Brighton one.
The Paraguayan.
Enciso.
Oh, no, I was talking
right?
about Quenda.
Sorry, Quenda,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
I
But
thought
Enciso's
Quenda
gone
was
to
Enciso.
Enciso went
Strasbourg.
Strasbourg.
He's gone
but
to Strasbourg, right?
He didn't even go Strasbourg. Blue Coal made a bid. Blue Coal.
Who?
Yeah, Blue Coal. Not
Todd
even
Bowley.
a club. Blue Coal. Just
he's alright.
check their books, man. Bloody hell, man. Just get
It's
Blue
okay,
Coal.
it's
Not
okay.
even a football club.
Don't pocket watch,
Never
Abs. Don't
ever
pocket
heard
watch,
of-
bro.
I'm never pocket watching.
You're pocket watching,
I
bro.
beg you,
Yeah,
man,
got
go.
it like that.
Bro,
Yeah,
that is
I
mad.
mean, telling
Not
you.
even a
Okay.
club bid
Sorry,
for him, bro.
sorry, not to
Blue
serve
Coal, the
topic.
company.
We're reeling
So that's
it
my
back.
point, Yaz, is just to say that if as a whole, the whole idea of sending a player out on loan is for him to develop
No,
as
I
a
hear
whole.
But
you,
you man can
so-
afford to do that, though.
You see,
but-
Arteta,
All teams can afford to do that.
Arsenal,
Nah, but-
them guys play. So, for example,
Yeah.
you send, let's say, Max Dowman on loan.
Yeah.
okay? He goes to another club, learns some habits and ways of playing that
That's-
Arteta don't really want. He's
But
not
you
interested
pick
in
carefully where you send them out on loan to.
I hear that,
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, that's it. That's why you have like
Unless
a-
Strasbourg.
if we go back a little bit to young players,
Go on.
so we got Dowman who he hasn't done anything
But he
yet,
looks good.
just
He does look good.
only because he's just started, but he looks great.
I tell you one to look out for, bro. There's a little kid that plays for Man United. I think it's JJ Abrahams.
JJ
Okay.
Gabriel, rude boy.
That one.
And Kai Rooney as well.
Yeah, let Tyrell.
JJ Gabriel, they're
But
coming
these
for Max
guys-
Dowman, trust me.
These
Yes,
guys
they
ain't
are
even
coming.
gone through puberty yet, though. Like, let's be.
I
They're getting
promise you,
younger,
I
innit?
promise you,
Nah,
JJ
that's what I'm
Gabriel
saying.
comes to
man.
be a baddie man up.
Nah, man.
He'll back up your
Superstars
first
are
team.
getting younger though, man.
No,
Nah,
Yeah, they
that's
are,
another
they
thing.
are, they are.
No, Arsene Wenger made a point about that. Like players are developing younger, like because
I
of the
don't think that's
of the technical base.
The game itself, innit?
Like
yeah.
the game, like players are coming in younger. So like if you're,
Yeah.
I don't know, it goes into another debate of
Go on,
you got
all
the
I'm
late
saying is-
bloomers and
all I've
stuff like
said is
that.
Lamine Yamal. Watch yourself.
Watch
that's-
out.
We're
That's
coming
a-
for you,
watch
you
out.
lot.
That's
Nah,
a
man.
special
We're talking
case.
European champion, bro. We're
Don't come
we're
for Mr.
talking
304, man.
We're talking 4 assists.
Yeah, no, your mouse probably.
in
Don't
the
come for
Euro.
Mr.
Yeah.
304, man.
Who won a PFA with the awards?
Young player. Morgan
Ryan
Rogers.
Grant.
Morgan
How old
Rogers.
is Morgan Rogers?
Yeah, but he's like 22, bro.
Yeah,
He's
can't
too young,
really,
man.
yeah.
He's too
I
old.
think, I think you
But
up
yeah,
until 23.
where? All right, so viewers, where do we stand with Max Dowman? Is he gonna be the next big thing? Is he gonna be a
Definitely,
bust? Is he
man.
gonna be
That's
someone that didn't make it? Is he gonna be what are we thinking? What other players would you put in that ilk?
Trying to think of
Would
it.
you
Morgan
put
Moore.
Max Dowman in the Rooney and Michael Owen young
Definitely,
buck
man.
prodigies, or would you put him in the
What about
somewhere else?
Yeah.
We got Rio,
Liverpool,
Rio,
yeah.
Rio, and
That's our Lamine Yamal.
I'll
You
call
lot are the
him-
ops, you lot
Oh
nagging
yeah,
off us.
comment down below. Young players, Max Dowman, big love people. Like, subscribe, comment.